Welcome back. Today we're busting 25 geography myths you probably believe. Get ready to have your mind blown as we reveal the truth behind some of the world's most common misconceptions. Let's dive right in. You've heard it. The Great Wall of China is the only man-made object visible from space. Not true. Astronauts say it's nearly impossible to spot with the naked eye. City lights and airports are much easier to see. Mount Everest is the highest above sea level, but not the tallest from base to peak. That title goes to Mauna Kea in Hawaii, which rises over 33,500 feet from its underwater base, taller than Everest. Most of Mauna Kea is hidden beneath the ocean. Everest is the highest, but Mauna Kea is the true giant. Africa isn't a country, it's a continent with 54 nations, each with its own culture and history. Saying Africa like it's one place erases the diversity of over 1 billion people. Next time, remember Africa is a continent, not a country. The Sahara is the largest hot desert, but the world's biggest desert is Antarctica. A desert is defined by low precipitation, not sand or heat. Antarctica is cold, dry, and nearly double the size of the Sahara. Australia is often called the only country that's also a continent, but scientists now recognize Zealandia, a mostly submerged continent with New Zealand on top. If Zealandia is accepted, Australia loses its unique status. The hottest spots aren't on the equator, but in subtropical deserts like Death Valley and Iran's Lut Desert. These areas have dry air, low elevation, and little cloud cover, letting the sun bake the ground. Equatorial regions are hot, but frequent rain and clouds keep them cooler. The Nile has long been called the world's longest river, but new research suggests the Amazon might be longer. It depends on how you measure the source. So the debate continues. Even basic facts like river length can change. We're taught there are 7 continents, but Zealandia could become the 8th. It's mostly underwater, but meets the criteria for a continent. Even the basics can change with new discoveries. Russia spans both Europe and Asia, divided by the Ural Mountains. Most of its land is in Asia, but most people live in the European part, including Moscow. Russia is truly a transcontinental giant. The Dead Sea is the lowest point on land, but the planet's true low is the Challenger Deep in the Mariana Trench. It plunges nearly 36,000 feet below sea level, far deeper than the Dead Sea. Earth's extremes go way beyond what's on land. Greenland is the world's largest island, unless you count Australia. Australia is so big, it's classified as a continent, not an island. So Greenland gets the title, but only by definition. The US feels huge, but it's only 3rd or 4th in land area. Russia and Canada are both much larger. The US is big, but not the biggest. The prime meridian in Greenwich, England, is an arbitrary line chosen for convenience. Unlike the equator, it could have been anywhere. Greenwich just won the vote. Many places don't have 4 seasons, just wet and dry. Near the equator, temperatures stay warm year-round, and rainfall is the main change. The 4-season cycle is not universal. The North Pole isn't on land, it's floating sea ice over the Arctic Ocean. Unlike the South Pole, which sits on Antarctica, the North Pole is always shifting. There's no solid ground at the top of the world. The South Pole is much colder than the North Pole. Antarctica is higher in elevation and sits on land, while the North Pole is at sea level on ice. Higher altitude and landmass make the South Pole far more frigid. Japan isn't just 4 islands, it's over 14,000. Most are tiny and uninhabited, but they stretch from the subtropics to the north. Japan's geography is way more complex than most people realize. Rivers don't always flow south. They flow downhill, no matter the compass direction. The Nile flows north and many others go east or west. Gravity, not direction, determines a river's path. Europe and Asia are divided on maps, but they're really one landmass, Eurasia. The border is cultural, not geological. Europe is more like a giant peninsula of Asia. Great Britain is the island with England, Scotland and Wales. The United Kingdom includes those plus Northern Ireland. UK, IFAS, Great Britain plus Northern Ireland. Simple, but often confused. The Amazon is the largest rainforest, but the boreal forest, taiga, is the world's biggest forest overall. It stretches across Russia, Canada and Scandinavia. The taiga covers more area than the Amazon. The Mediterranean is famous, but the Philippine Sea is the world's largest. It's about twice the size of the Mediterranean. Angel Falls is the tallest on land, but the Denmark Strait Cataract underwater is much taller. It drops over 11,500 feet between Greenland and Iceland. The world's tallest waterfalls are hidden beneath the ocean. Lake Superior is the largest freshwater lake, but the Caspian Sea is the world's largest lake overall. It's salty, landlocked, and over 4 times bigger than Lake Superior. The Caspian Sea is a lake in disguise. Not all time zones are 1 hour apart. Some use half-hour or even 45-minute offsets. India, Iran, and Nepal all have unique time zones. The global clock is much messier than you think. That's 25 geography myths busted. Which one surprised you most? Drop a comment, subscribe for more, and check out our other videos for more mind-blowing facts. Thanks for watching. See you next time.